Okay, so when I was thinking about this, I've never actually recorded an introduction for this podcast. So, welcome to the Royalist King CJ podcast, where we talk about music of all kinds: pop, country, hip hop, trap, R&B, soul. Just overall, we're gonna take a deep dive into music, and just kind of see where we end up, and what conversations and what we can learn from the music that isn't so clear in the first listen. So, welcome to the Royalist King CJ Music Podcast, and I hope you enjoy.
Okay, so this is going to be a shorter episode, and it's solely because I'm going to review this song, and I'm probably going to do this HBO original series. I'm not going to do the whole music from the HBO series, but I'm doing this song from the Weeknd's show called The Idol. The Idol, I believe... we're not entirely sure what's going to happen to the next season. But for people that haven't watched The Idol, this is the best way I can explain The Idol. It's about a woman, kind of almost like a woman trying to become a star, and she meets The Weeknd, and they're a love interest, I would assume, and it's hard to explain. I would definitely say if you're into like very much singers trying to find their way into the world or the industry, I think it's probably a good watch. So with that being said, we're going to talk about this song called Like a God, which, before I go into this and really express this, I've seen maybe a short video, maybe a short part of the episode for The Idol, the very first episode. I haven't seen the whole thing. So this song, from what I'm understanding, right, is episode 5, I believe, right? This is going to be in episode 5. This is going to especially be, I think this is surely like the part of the Weeknd's character where this is just his verse. I believe that's how they're releasing these. So, with that being said, we're going to talk about it, and this is probably going to be like a shorter episode. I do want to clarify. It's going to be a shorter episode, and I just want to make sure I make that clear. However, I do want to specify if you by any chance are very religious or are against religion heartily, I do want to say I don't necessarily know if this song would be the best for you to listen to. I think, there are definitely other songs to listen to. I only say that because I know there are some people who are like, you're making a mockery of my God, but I also know there's some people that say, a song about God is corny. So I'm going, I always try to stay neutral, but I do want to make sure that I give you this disclaimer before you get into it and you're like, he's talking too much about God, or he talks about some very deep topics, because he does talk about some very deep topics. But just in case, I do want to make sure I give you this disclaimer. So, The Weeknd starts out with his verse. He starts it off with that very much, he just starts it off with that. So, his first verse, it's a very short song. It's like a 3-minute and 45-second song, which is covered by, instrumental. But I think that's because in the actual TV show, there's a lot of speaking, and then music plays for intense scenes, almost like they would do in a normal movie. But in the Weeknd's HBO series, they do it to build suspense. He says, Mama taught her how to please. Daddy begged them not to leave. They drove to the city of angels. mama knows baby girl's gonna be famous. This to me just seems like a very much, hey, we're gonna hope. And the cities of, I'm not sure. When The Weeknd talks about the cities of angels, there are many different things he refers to. For one song, he refers to the cities of angels being like Toronto. And then the cities of angels could also be in the United States of America. Could be California. However, to me, I think when he's talking about the cities of angels, I think he's talking about this. I think it was a 1998 romance movie. Anyway, it's called The City. It's called The City of Angels. And they were in this world where they were just trying to understand, or trying to find love, surrounding the death of a person. He says, trying to make her famous. Like, that's why I say Hollywood is kind of that thing where he says the City of Angels, and I don't think he's referring to that movie. But he says the Cities of Angels, and the Cities of Angels to me would be the movie. However, the Cities of Angels might be California, since he's trying to become famous, because a lot of people become famous in California compared to New York, Florida, just in the United States. He says, Mama died after fallen dreams. Mama died after her fallen dreams. He said, Mama died after fallen dreams. Almost like dreams that she couldn't reach when she was living. She couldn't reach them, so she died. She said she committed suicide. That she committed suicide, and I don't know necessarily what people's stances on. I don't know. I think, there are a lot of things, especially, that push people to commit suicide, right? But it's especially falling of a dream, a person falling of a person's dream. So this is the thing, and people say that it's true, but I don't know. Darmenheimer said that a lot of people commit suicide for 3 different reasons, and one could be the impact that society plays on the person's role. So it's Mama died after fallen dreams. Almost that she couldn't finish her dreams, and it broke her heart that the dreams had fallen, and she couldn't, like, the child or the mother or the father or the family's dreams just couldn't happen. So she fell very much. She fallen and she committed suicide because it was too sad for her. Which is weird, because he said suicide made her a tabloid queen, almost as she was front page news, or she was in the news because she committed suicide. She became famous because she committed suicide, which is extremely sad. She's alone. The city's gonna break her. There's no one to save her, as in almost everyone and I don't know if it's the mother, exactly, I don't know if it's the mother or if it's the child, and there's no one to save this person because they're going through so much. They're going through so much that the city's gonna break her because they don't have anything left, or the amount of steam or the amount of hope anymore. So the city's gonna break her. And we can refer, he's talking to a girl, and I don't mean any disrespect to non-binary people at all, but it is that he refers to her, so I'm gonna refer to the person as her. He said he watches over like a god. The father watches over her like a god to make sure that makes you hurt, but you can also heal from it and say amen. We will change for you, we'll cry for you, we'll pray for you, just to make sure that you follow your dreams and follow your passions, and give our lives to you to make that impact that the mother wanted the person to make. And this is why I say it's more of a family dynamic, because they say baby boy was doing petty crimes, 25 and serving time. He would dream of the city he would dream of the city of angels. Almost as he would hope the city of angels would let him be free and explore and enjoy himself. But he's doing time because he's 25 and doing time, which is I think, I don't know, it's it's weird because you hit this sweet spot, especially when people become 25. The concept, it's a weird concept because the concept is always, hey, if you make it to 25, you're all right. 25 is that, people, an age that people fear for a lot of different reasons. But he's 25 in several times, so he's 25 and alive, right? He would dream of the city of angels. Almost as he would dream he could, but he can't right now because he's trapped, trying to survive. He was born to entertain us. He was born to entertain us. He has a good personality. He's very extroverted or introverted, but he can be himself, and he puts on a very good show. He's very good to entertain us. But at his core, he's just a jealous guy, and many women fall for his lie, which makes you believe that he's a scammer of some kind. But he's a jealous guy. He wants to have a lot of things that a lot of people have. So he was doing petty crimes, probably like stealing money, stealing people's purse. But this is all like assumptions. He's alone in the city. He's gonna break him because he has no one to turn to. So he's left in. He's left and no one to save him. This also plays a lot into the dynamic, right? Because he says she watches over like a god. Make sure you're hurt again so you can heal and say amen and cry. And this leads into this thing, and I'm not entirely sure, but it's this idea of like father and daughter relationships and mother and son relationships where there is a push and pull. They always say that a son's first love will be his mother or stuff like that, and the daughter's first love will be her father, which will show people or show them the ways of life, which we know that not every person's relationship, not every person has a good relationship with their parents or people in general in their family. So there are situations where we have to acknowledge that idea. But this is kind of what it seems like, the end of our lives, where they're like, we're getting to a point where it's scared to follow your dreams, and when you get scared to follow your dreams, you can almost die, and this is the sad thing of society will pressure people to do a lot of different things, and then when they do them, they might end up committing suicide because it's just too much for them, or their fallen dreams. And I bring this up because there was a conversation that I overheard recently, a couple days ago, where the guy was like, hey, I want to follow my dreams. That's my whole thing, is I'm going to follow my dreams to get out of this situation that I'm in, because I think my dreams are so important. Like a god, somebody's going to stand over you to make sure that you can push and achieve these dreams. But it is going to be harder sometimes. That's a given. It's not going to be good for everybody. It's going to be a push and pull for a lot of people. So you kind of have to acknowledge that. And with that being said, I hope you know this episode. This song, to me personally, I think this is I want to say it's a 7 because it has a message behind it, but it's not really gonna make you think. So, with that being said, I would say watch the Weeknd's show on HBO Max called The Idol. If you haven't, I would go check that out. I think it's still determined if there's gonna be another season. But you can get the song in the actual scene that it's supposed to be in, because I'm going to try to get to that scene. So, hope you enjoy.